Picture this. You are at the park on a peaceful Tuesday morning. The sun is shining, birds are singing, and your 2-year-old is playing quietly in the sandbox next to a sweet, unsuspecting child holding a shiny red shovel. Out of nowhere, without a single word of warning, negotiation, or emotional buildup, your toddler reaches over, open palm slaps the other child across the cheek, snatches the shovel like a tiny medieval warlord, and stands there staring at you with a completely blank, unbothered expression. As the victim bursts into tears and their parent shoots you a look that suggests you are actively raising a future supervillain, your heart drops straight into your shoes. You drag your child away while offering frantic, sweating apologies, all while a terrifying thought creeps into your head. Is my kid mean? Am I raising a bully? Where did I go wrong? I put together a free 1-page action guide you can download below to fix this exact issue starting today. Don't skip ahead though. The word choice in step 2 is what actually rewires their brain's alarm system. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Your toddler did not hit that child because they are evil, aggressive, or lacking a soul. They didn't sit in that sandbox calculating a strategic physical assault. When a toddler hits, bites, pinches, or shoves, you are not witnessing a character flaw. You are witnessing a neurological bottleneck. To understand why a sweet child who was cuddling a stuffed bunny 10 minutes ago can suddenly transform into a pint-sized bar brawler, you have to look at the massive, chaotic construction zone inside a 1 to 3-year-old brain. Inside your toddler's head, 2 critical brain structures are currently locked in a wildly unfair race. First, meet the amygdala. This is the brain's ancient emotional smoke detector and threat response system. It runs on pure instinct, raw impulse, and immediate reaction. In a toddler, the amygdala is already running at full speed on fiber optic internet. The second they feel frustrated, possessive, or sensory overloaded, the amygdala instantly fires off a high-voltage alarm. Second, meet the prefrontal cortex. This is the brain's logical executive command center. It handles impulse control, forward planning, and emotional regulation. In adults, the prefrontal cortex acts as our biological brakes. It's the voice that stops you from slapping a coworker when they steal your lunch from the break room fridge. Here is the kicker. Your toddler's prefrontal cortex doesn't even begin its major structural development until around age 2, and it won't fully mature until they are in their mid-20s. Now, do the math. A playmate grabs your toddler's plastic truck. Their amygdala instantly detects a 5-alarm crisis and throws a surge of adrenaline into their body. Their brain screams, "Recover the truck at all costs!" An adult's logical brain would step in and say, "Hey, let's use our words." But your toddler's brain literally has no biological brakes yet. The physical impulse to react travels from their nervous system to their hands in less than 50 milliseconds. Before their logical brain even registers what is happening, their hand has already made contact with someone else's face. Layered directly on top of this impulse gap is the expressive language bottleneck. Between ages 1 and 3, a toddler's internal emotional landscape explodes. They experience adult-sized feelings, frustration, jealousy, possessiveness, and sensory overload. But their expressive vocabulary is still buffering on about 12 basic words like more, no, and milk. Imagine living in a body with adult-level frustration, but you've been stripped of your ability to speak. When a toddler cannot find the words to say, "Excuse me, I am feeling deeply overwhelmed by your proximity," their body speaks for them. A slap isn't a declaration of war. It is a lightning-fast, desperate attempt to communicate when words fail. And let's not forget that toddlers are obsessed with physical cause and effect. They are tiny, chaotic scientists running unapproved experiments on the universe. They drop a cup off the high chair to test gravity, and sometimes they sink their teeth into your shoulder just to test social mechanics. They think, if I bite mom's arm, her face turns bright red and she makes a high-pitched noise like a squeaky toy. Fascinating. Let me run that trial again. They aren't trying to inflict pain. They are trying to process feedback and power in a world they barely understand. Quick pause. If you are currently surviving toddler power struggles, hit that subscribe button. Apparently, 97% of people who watch these videos don't subscribe, which honestly feels like toddler logic. It's free, it keeps us making these, and it helps other sleep-deprived parents find this stuff. So why do traditional parenting responses make aggressive behavior 10 times worse? When a toddler hits or bites, most parents react in one of 3 ways. They yell, they deliver an emergency TED Talk, or they banish the child to a timeout corner. All three backfire because they completely ignore toddler biology. First, yelling. When you explode, yell, or react with dramatic panic, your toddler's overstimulated nervous system reads your high emotion as a massive threat. Their amygdala panics even more, throwing them straight into fight or flight. Yelling doesn't teach impulse control, it dysregulates their brain further, practically guaranteeing another physical outburst 20 minutes later. Second, the parking lot TED Talk. Kneeling down in front of an unhinged 2-year-old and saying, "We don't hit our friends because hitting hurts Johnny's feelings, and how would you feel if Johnny pushed you into the wood chips?" is completely useless. When a child is mid-impulse, their logical brain is totally offline. They cannot process moral philosophy. To their brain, your voice sounds like background noise while their system buffers. Third, traditional timeouts. Banishing a 2-year-old to sit alone on a wooden step forces an overwhelmed, terrified brain to process massive emotional flooding with zero support. They aren't sitting on that step reflecting on the ethics of personal space. They are sitting there feeling abandoned, misunderstood, and flooded with stress hormones. To stop hitting, biting, and pushing in real time, you don't need harsher punishments. You need to step in and act as the external biological brakes that their brain hasn't built yet. Here is the exact 3-step real-time response to diffuse aggression instantly while actively building their brain's impulse control. Step 1. Block the body with a calm, low-pitch boundary. The split second you see the arm pull back, the teeth drop, or the hands reach out to shove, step in physically. Intercept their arm or gently place your hand between their teeth and your skin. Do not slap their hand away or grab them aggressively. Just calmly block the contact. Then, deliver a firm, low-pitch boundary using 5 words or fewer. "I won't let you hit," or "I won't let you bite." Notice what you're doing here. You aren't asking a question. You aren't asking for permission. You aren't saying, "Can you please stop hitting mommy?" You are establishing yourself as a sturdy, calm leader who will physically keep everyone safe without losing your cool. Step 2. Validate the emotion while keeping the boundary unshakable. Once the physical threat is blocked, translate their unspoken feeling into simple words. You must separate the emotion, which is always allowed, from the behavior, which is not. Say, "You were mad that Leo grabbed the car. It is okay to feel mad. It is not okay to push." When you name the emotion, you bridge the gap between their amygdala and their developing language centers. UCLA neuroscience shows that labeling an emotion actually lowers the firing rate in the brain's threat center, helping the child calm down faster. You are teaching their brain, "My parent sees what I'm feeling, and I don't have to use my fists to be heard." Step 3. Redirect the physical impulse to an approved target. Remember, impulse control is a muscle under construction. Telling a dysregulated toddler, "Sit still and don't move," is like telling a boiling pressure cooker to stop making steam. The physical energy inside their nervous system needs a safe exit route. Give them a clear, physical alternative. Hands are not for hitting people. If you need to hit something hard, you can hit this sofa cushion, or you can stomp your feet in the grass. If they are biting because they are seeking intense sensory oral input, do not just say, "Stop biting." Say, "Teeth are not for biting people. You can bite this cold teething ring or this crunchy pretzel." By providing an acceptable target, you respect their biological sensory need while holding an absolute, non-negotiable boundary on safety. Handling the moment in real time is only half the job. If you want to eliminate hitting and biting long-term, you have to build their impulse brakes during calm, ordinary moments when their brain is actually open for learning. Start practicing gentle touch games during quiet play. Grab a stuffed animal and demonstrate. "Look how soft we touch the puppy. Soft hands." Let them practice pressing gently against your arm or giving you a high five with controlled force. When you read storybooks together, point out the character's expressions during conflict. "Look at the bear's face. He looks super frustrated because his tower fell down. What can he do with his hands instead of throwing them?" Transforming a toddler who reacts physically into a child who uses their words doesn't happen overnight. It is a long game built on consistency and co-regulation. Some days your toddler will share their blocks like a saint. Other days, they will try to chop down their playmates like a mini lumberjack because someone dared to look at a plastic bucket. Your job is not to panic, shame them, or worry about what the other parents at the park are thinking. Your job is to stay calm, block the movement, hold the line, and provide the external brakes until their internal system finally takes over. Take a deep breath. You are not raising a bully. You are raising a human being under construction. You've got this.